Okay, good evening. I got technical issues again, which means that I was just on with Mark. First of all, if you just let me in the chat box, let me know that you are available. Tell me that you can hear me anyway, somebody. I don't see the chats either. So somebody, there you go. It's okay. Yes, yes, yes. I can hear and see you. All right. Well, here's the thing to tell me this. Max, did you get a notice from me? Because Mark didn't, and I noticed now we've been for 5 minutes. We've been resending this. Something's wrong with that link I'm sending out. We thought it was that picture of that picture, but it's not. And I've taken everything off, so I apologize. It looks like people did not get the email. I sent it at 3:10 today. Did you get that email from me today, Bob Coons, at 3:10? Hey, Mark. Mark.
Yeah, I'm here.
And I've been on here. So Bob Coons, did you get that email today? Or Dolores or Abby or Shelley? I got to figure out why it goes out and no notice till 5 minutes ago. Bob Coons, 5 minutes ago. I sent it at 3:10, which would be 5:10 Eastern, 3:10 Mountain. No notice at all. No, I didn't. No email. Jeez. Something's wrong with that email. I don't know what it is. But either way, I can't worry about it tonight. I apologize. All right, let me bring you up to speed here. First of all, Jennifer Ashby is going to rejoin us as with some training and all in connecting. I don't know about next week, but she is rejoining Tools Rock full-time after she had some things that she was taking care of, and that's really cool. That's good. So we're going to be doing a lot of improvements. All right, so let me talk to you about a couple of things. One is that we are getting a tremendous open rate using USA Leads. Now, I don't know that I've ever really been super successful with an email campaign, meaning that sending things out and getting responses and, you know, we get enough people to do it, but as far as thinking that's the all, that is not. That's not, you know, that's not how it works. We know that. As we've been talking about for weeks, you have to do everything. I mean, you just have to do everything. And I've always believed, which is why the class was created 18 years ago, is that connecting by way of telephone is the way to go. It doesn't mean you don't send emails. It doesn't mean you don't use social media. But the truth is, until you pick up that phone and start connecting, you got problems. I mean, you're relying on people to get back to you when we should take the initiative and give them a call. The problem with USA Leads is there's no way to call anybody. And I don't know. You know, I've researched the USA Leads. I've seen people with success telling us that they've had success, and we're having great success with them opening. And I've talked to a few guys, and Bob and Shelley, and you know, and Mark, and I know that, you know, people are having the same issue. People opening, but are they clicking on? So here's one of the things we do. So if you can chat in the box for me and tell me, yeah, here's Robert Frank. Just got the notice a minute ago. These were sent at 3:10 today. I have no idea what is wrong and why the delay out of Earthlink. So I'm going to have to redo that email and make sure that it's something in that email is causing a delay. I don't know what it is. We've pulled out the links and pictures and everything else. I just don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. All right, so here's one of the issues I've always had. We can tell how many people opened if you're using USA Leads, we know the percentage of people that are opening the emails. That means that they're opening up and looking at your email. Embedded in that email is a link to go to your website. So we have no way of knowing, until now, we have no way of knowing whether anybody actually clicked on the link, because I don't have maybe 1 or 2 responses from people wanting an interview. And out of, are you ready for this? 3,000 openings, that doesn't work for me. It could be the leads. It could be that they're stopping, never clicking on. Maybe they open the email and say, maybe I don't want to go any further. But out of 3,000 people, 11,000 emails went out. 3,000 people actually opened up that email. So we're close to 30%, which is very good. And once they get there, we have no clue. We have no clue on, how many people or who opened that. Now, so today, Max and I spent the afternoon together researching a few things. Last night, we did the same thing for 3 hours with a company we've told you about called Viral URL. That's a company that a couple of people that we have on our team use. That one of them's been using it for years, the other one just started using it with no real, input as to results. And Max and I went in and looked and looked and looked and actually got a URL, joined the company. And one of the issues with it is they advertise on your website, and that's not happening on mine. I'm not letting them do that or promote their website or promote that program. And it distorted our page. It actually made it larger and pushed things around. So we did find another company through Anson Ashby. I called them today. I actually went online, looked at it today with Max, and the minute I was on there, a customer service person came right up front and said, "Hey, can I help you? Can I answer any questions?" through a chat box, and then I asked them to call me. We had a nice chat. We were extremely excited, and I think Max will verify within 5 minutes I had it all set up and sent out about 6,000 to 8,000 leads in USA with that link. So now I have a tracking link, which means that someone who opens the email, if in that email they click go to the company overview, if they do that, I'm going to know it. So I'll give you the link to that. I'll send that out to you to go look at this company. We were excited about it. Max, you can chat in there, and I'll read your stuff for you. But it was very, very simple to do. And in fact, Max was back on with them just before the call here to get a few other things straight, to find out the tracking and how that, how we really see it, where we see it. And anyway, they have all kinds of tutorials, and I think you'll be excited because the cost of it is zero. If you take, there is a cost, but if you take the free account, you can actually get 1,000 clicks free. So people that actually click on that link, you got 1,000 of them. And for some reason, if it goes over 1,000, they don't shut you down. You just won't be notified, but the link will still go to your website. So the link will actually still work. So it's a third-party link. And I'm excited about that. So we don't know. I haven't checked it yet, but now if somebody does click that link, at least that's the next step. We will know if they click the link. Now the next step is, once they click it, where they're going to be is on the front page to our ADTECH worldwide site. That's where they're going to be, and they'll get the opportunity to see you know, the people on the whiteboard and in the meeting and saying, you know, we believe in giving you the courtesy of giving you a little background on us before we ask any questions. We list some things and then say, okay, company overview. There's a banner there for that. There's no way, let me just tell you this right now with Tools Rock, there's no way to make that a hot link, well, it's a hot link, but where we can track that right now. The way it sits, it can't be done. So I talked to Jennifer just 20 minutes ago about the coding, and it cannot be replicated. So here's what, if we wanted to, if I wanted to now track, now that they opened the email, now they're looking at our front page, and if they go click and say, okay, I'll go watch that presentation, in order to know that now, it's not a matter of changing coding, because that is a replicated code there. It's all got to do with back office. It cannot be replicated for everybody clicking that code. What has to happen is I have to build another site. Everybody would have to have their own site, front page, and have a page that particular link was just linked to you. They cannot replicate the link. Now, I think I'm going to do that because it's probably a couple $100 to have that done, and instead of spending it on leads, I can spend it on that. That will tell me then every step of the way. If I don't use USA Today, I won't know how many opened it, but I will know how many clicked on the company overview in the email, and I will also know if they actually went to the presentation. And then, of course, if they click on schedule an interview, we'll get that information. So we have been working on this. This is something we've been working on over and over and over again, diligently trying to find the answers to, you know, why is it that 3,000 people would click on and, you know, have very few people say, I want an interview. Now, we can look at that and say, and I'm certainly willing to look at all of it. Could it be the leads? Yes. Could it be that emails like this don't work anymore? Yes. Could it be that they, you know, they think it's the job? Fine. Yeah, that could be. I think they would click that on anyway. Could it be they didn't like the presentation? Some people won't, but I doubt it. And I'm not trying to be, you know, prejudiced with that. I think that would not be one of the main factors. But anyway, Mark, that's where we are right now. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Wanted to say that we are working on having the links, the tracking links and tracking URLs, so we can tell what's going on. That's the only way you can adjust things. You know, and I can't tell, you know, without that, we're not going to know. So I'm working on that, and that link is available for everybody. However, you're going to have to know how to embed that link. So I will show you tonight. Would you like me to do that? I think I can share my screen and show you something. Is everybody here mostly using those leads? Would you like me to go to the back office and see this? So put in the chat box and tell me. If we get enough people, we'll do it. If not, I'll do it privately. What it's going to tell you, it's not another web page, it's just another code inside of another page. You cannot replicate, that's all I can tell you. You cannot replicate the link that is on that page. That's not the way those things are coded. I learned that tonight. You can't make that a replicated link on the company overview. It doesn't work that way. So, yes, Robert Frank, yes, let's do that. Okay. All right, let me go open some, Mark, why don't you take over for a little bit? I just want to go in here, and I'm going to go get some pages up so I can get over to USA Leads and then get over to Tools Rock as well and show you how to do that. So I'll go ahead and hopefully I can share the screen and I don't have it messed up.
Okay. Well, it's good that we're going to have this new information and be able to do this, and then it'll tell us what we've been trying to find out. Because again, we've been talking about numbers, 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 and pretty much everything is a numbers game. But if we can't track, people that are actually going and opening up the presentation and asking for an interview, then that kind of makes it tough, because then we don't really know what's going on. But as Joe said, the USA Lead Club, it shows us in our back office, for those of you that do have it, that how many people that are opening, that are opting in that way, that are opening up the email and everything, and that's a great. The other thing that I like about it is the fact that all of your mail pretty much gets through. It gets through the ISPs, which I said this morning, to me is ruining the email these days. But it's still not telling us what we're most interested in, and that is who opens up and asks for an interview. So hopefully we can get that resolved. In the meantime, as Joe said, we'll just keep working towards that and do what we can do. There's some things that we just can't control, and and when you're dealing with the technical things, with the coding, everything is it's coding and everything. And if you can't do that, change it there, then it's really not a whole lot that you can do. But the thing is that I personally don't feel, that's just me, I personally don't feel that it's a presentation. But it could be for some people. It could be intimidating. I mean, even the page, the first page could be intimidating to some people if they're seeing something like that for the first time, and they're saying, well, this is for a job, and just looking at that, I probably can't qualify. And we made this that everybody can sort of qualify. They can opt in, look at the presentation, and then we can see if we have a match. But some people may get intimidated just by that first page and just click it off. But if so, we want to know that, and hopefully that this new program that tracks it will be able to tell us that, and we will feel a lot better. In the meantime, I'm one that just keeps at it, because my attitude is this. First of all, remember, we're looking for at least one person a month. And if that's the case, with me, it doesn't matter how many I have to send out to get that one person. If I get that one person a month, I've accomplished what I tried to do. Because I know from years of experience, it's a numbers game. The more you do.
One of these questions here. Listen, don't worry about this code, okay? Don't try to figure out why the code, the code, that. Don't worry about that. It can't be done. You can't send a link. You can't make that a replicable link, a replicated link on the front page of your website. It can't be done. Okay, so let's just stay away from that question. It's not a matter of the company is free. We can track who opens and who clicks on the company overview, and it's free. We can do that. That's another. What you're asking is another issue. So don't worry about that. It's a coding issue, as Bob said. It's a coding issue. And Max, we could do that. You're asking why we could use that. So you might be able to do that. But if you do that, now you don't have the front page. You can't go directly to the presentation without the front page. You could if you wanted to, but you'd have no explanation. So don't worry about trying to figure this out right now. That's not what we're here for tonight. We're going to get these other things. Okay, see, don't worry about all that. Just we need to get this other. All right, let me see now if I can share my screen, Mark, and hopefully on the screen now I can get over to. I have two windows. Let's see. Why isn't that showing that one? Let me see here. Oh yeah, there's the other tab. Okay, I got 2 tabs. Good, that'll work. Okay, let's see now if I can get over there. Share screen, here we go. All right, now, so Mark, can you see my screen right now, Mark, or no?
No, I'm just seeing you. How about, did you hit the full screen?
All right, hold on. I'm just going to go. All right, this should do it now.
Hold on a minute, it might be a delay. I don't see anything yet.
Ask any, see if somebody
Okay,
can.
now I see it. I see it now.
All right, so just make sure everybody else can. I'm not going back to look at our platform, so I'm going to stay right here. So do you guys see me switching back and forth here?
I do.
Okay, there may be a delay. I don't know. All right, let's go to this. Let me show you something in the training in the autoresponders and view. If there's any questions in there, Mark, just tell me if they don't see it or stopping. I'm going to go to websites, autoresponders, and then I'll go to the word edit. Okay? Is anybody saying they can see the screen, Mark, or they're not answering?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes. They see the screen.
Okay, so let me go here to this one and take a look. Now, if you're having a hard time with the delay, from what I understand, you can go right to YouTube channel, go to YouTube, grab Joe Shoop on the YouTube, and you can watch that live. Instead of watching it through this platform, you can watch it right on YouTube. So if there's any delay, go there. All right, now, so Mark, here's the first letter, and we can preview this letter. This is what we sent out through USA, and what I did was I copied this letter, and here's how simple it is. You copy this letter, you hit Control-C, and do that. Now I've just copied the letter. Hold down your Control button, hit the letter C. This is the first letter that goes out. This is the preview of it, but if I want to look at the editing to see how it's actually laid out, this is how it's laid out, because it says hello, and it says, you know, #F name, we are actively seeking managers. This is the letter, but all the codes are in here for Robert, Susie, Mary, you know, and the same letter is there, and at the end, it identifies and puts you in here. Now, we don't have to do that way. We can just copy this one. Because in USA, these letters you're not going to need any codes here. It's just your letter, and I will show you that. The only thing you're going to need is a code for that first name right there. So I'll show you what I mean. Does anybody have any questions? Are you clear on that? Any questions in there, Mark?
No questions yet.
All right, so I'm going to go to USA Lead. Now, I've already logged in. So if I want to do a broadcast and I want to send these letters out, this is what I would do. I would go to the broadcaster, and I would click that on. And what it does, it tells me how many leads are in here. It tells me all these days that I got these leads, okay, up until today. I can't send anymore. If you notice down the bottom, you can send your next broadcast 18 hours from now. By the time we got the link and coded it, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to put this letter in here. I'm not sure. But either way, if I wanted to, I could put that letter in there. It's not letting me do it.
Hey, Joe. Joe?
There it is. Yes.
I was going to say hit Control-V, and it should put it in there.
Yeah, I got it in. So there's the letter that I put in there. And so now the only thing you'd have to change is this first name here, because you want to address it. You also want to take this. I don't think they're going to let me copy this, but you would tell you the truth. Let me do something else here. me get this letter out of here and see if I can load it in. Yeah, it's going to load in anyway. Okay, so it let me load that letter in. And because I have the code for this picture, I was able to put that in there. If you want to do this and you want that picture code, you're going to have to send me an email so I can get it to you. So this letter that I did last, these were different letters. This is the last one I did. This was letter number 4, and it said, I'd like to speak with you about managing a business. We could select one of the other ones. Like, for instance, we could do that one and load it in. That's the original one. So that's all you have to do once you get it in, and there's the letter. And if you notice, the codes are in here. First name, we are now actively seeking managers, and then it puts first name, brackets. It's a little different than the Tools Rock one, but the letter's the same, and down the bottom it's addressed with no coding. And all I have to do now is select. You notice down here it gives you the code for the first name to put it in there, to give the, to make sure that they address this to the lead that you're using. So what I would do here is I would select all of them and put them over here and push the send button, and apparently they're not going to let me send this because it says I can only do it in the next 18 hours. So there's no send button here, as you noticed. So they're not going to let me do it. But that is how you do it. You go over to Tools Rock, you click on the preview, not the edit, but the preview, and copy the letter. So I did that in the broadcaster with 2 of those letters went out like that. And then I also today sent this one. And this one was very short. This is the 4th letter that goes out. Very short. It just says, I'd like to speak with you about managing a business from home in my company. Before contacting me, watch or listen to the overview, and we'll discuss the possibilities in a schedule. Now, if I take a look at this, now this is what you need to know. You can copy the letters over. I was very diligent about making sure that they were lined up. So sometimes you're going to see spaces that don't look like they belong, like right in here. I did that to stretch this out and kind of justify it. But also now, when you bring it over, your link is going to disappear. So you're going to highlight the company overview right there, and this little link right here is the hyperlink, and you click that on. Now, this tells you this is my new link. That link right there is a third-party link going through the company we chose, and it's now going to send it there. Now, I'll show you where this goes. So that's what you need to do. You copy this, you go over here, you embed your link, and what happens when you go to this other company, I'll give you my referral link in a second here. And you embed it there, and then you go preview it. So if I were to go to that site now and copy the link I have in there, notice it says s87.eu/ADTECH. I created that ADTECH username, so if I do that, watch where it goes now. It's supposed to go. There it goes. It goes to the, but notice this. This is the difference between viral URL. It's still my website, joeshoop.adtechworld.net. The other websites are putting in that area, they're putting the actual recoding in there, the cloaking, and you'd see that funny number. This one doesn't do that. So put some questions in there. Joe, you did it too fast. I want to know. Help me. Whatever. Tell me what you need to ask me here. I know I move fast on this stuff, so. Now let me explain to you while I'm on this page. This is the company overview that is not a hyperlink. It can't be changed by putting an embedded replicated code in here. It doesn't work that way. So as we stand, this cannot be tracked. What can be tracked is the email. This email. If someone comes in, opens the email, it tells us how many. You click this on, and it takes you to this page right here. And in fact, well, as I showed you, it would have taken us there, so let's go back and do it from there. There's the, well, this is the Tools Rock page. That we know that's going to go there. The voice broadcaster, here, if we click this, well, we can't click that on. It's not going to let me do it. Okay, we can't preview it even. So if you previewed it, you could click it on, and you would go to the page I just showed you. That's what would happen. You would end up on the page, and your code is going to look like that. That's how it's going to look when you create the code. Is there any questions in there, Mark?
No questions yet.
It's going to take a little bit of work. Here's the point. We go back to Tools Rock. In order for me now, when I put leads in Tools Rock, if I want to track this, here's what I will need to do. Go back to my email list, click on the very first one. Well, I should have edited it. Let's edit this email. Okay? You can do this. It's not that hard to do. And you can go down here, right in here, highlight it. There's a code, there's a symbol up here you can go to, which happens to be right here. Click that on, and it's going to tell you that the code that's in here. Now look at the code in here now. My site, adtechworld.net. That's where it's going. That's my code. That's their code. So what I would do is change that code. Well, let's do that now and see what happens. I'm going to change the hyperlink and put that one in there. Now, I'm guessing that that code will show up there. I don't see how it couldn't. Okay, so what it's going to do, so let me save that now. Save and preview. Now it's going to show me the email now, again, which is fine. But now when I click on that link, where does it go? Let's get rid of this one so we're not confused. And go here and see where this goes. There it is. It's going to go to joeshoop.adtechworldwide.net. That's now, this I know is being tracked. You're going to be able to go to this other company, and let me give you my, Max, did I give you my referral link today? This is all free, so there's no affiliate money being made unless you upgrade and all that, which I haven't done, we're not doing. So, okay, so you're back to here. You see how I change it? So I want to change the next one. That's already saved. I previewed it, so now I want to go back to my email list and do the same thing with letter number 2. Go click Edit. And I have this thing to edit again. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to go up here in the hyperlink. The hyperlink is coded that says My Site. So that means, the reason it says My Site here is that Tools Rock is coordinating your particular site with that code. So when they click it on, they go to your site. They're going to do the same thing here. They're still going to go to your site, and it's going to be tracked to you. So we're going to click here and go update. I don't know if I updated the other one, did I? I should have updated that. Okay, I guess the other one didn't do it. Now we save and preview. I guess that was the same thing. And once again, we should be able to click this on and go directly to my site. And there it is. It went to joeshoop.adtechworldwide.net. Although it's going through a third party right now, and it is being tracked by the other company. So again, that one's saved, and you just repeat the process. It's not that hard. Go back to the list, go to letter number 3. Well, let's just see if I saved this one. Pretty sure I did. Well, is everybody following me? Are you having any difficulty at all? It's not that hard. But if you're struggling, it's not that hard because I know it. I guess when you don't know it, it looks hard. Yeah, see, it didn't change it. I never updated that, so you got to be careful of that. There it is there. Click Update and save and preview. And that should be going there, which it is, I'm sure. Yep, we'll get out of there. Now let's go back and look at the update when we edit it. Make sure that that's still sitting there. Gotta remember to hit that update button. Sorry about that. Go to the hyperlink, and there it is. So even this link, when you go do this process, actually I'll show you. I'll take you to that company. Would you like me to take you and give you the other company so that you can see how to do this? Can you please at least answer me in there for those of you using and want to track this? You don't have to be using USA Leads to track this. You can just get this embedded in a hyperlink in all of your letters so that it can be tracked. If you'd like me to do that, I will find my URL here. So, Mark, are we getting any response there? I'll do one more of these. Okay, and we'll go back to the list just to show you one more time. 1, 2, 3. Here's the fourth letter, I believe, or did I do the third? Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
You did
We'll
third.
click. Did I do the third one? I don't think so.
No.
All right, so this one is I'd like to speak with you. And so if you send your things through Tools Rock, you're going to edit this one. Did I click on edit? Is this the edit one? Yeah, this is the edit one. Well, the letters are little in that one. I don't know why that is. Guess I somehow messed that up. I don't know. And so there's the link in here. Click update. Save and preview. And now your letters are saved, okay? You can change that link and have it go anywhere you want to. That's what you can do. Click that on. Should take us again to here. There it is. And that's being tracked. In fact, you're going to see that as many times as I click this on, you're going to see this thing was being clicked. So let me see if I can remember how to get in here. Let's see. Ask Max what the name of that site was again.
The click meter.
Click what? Meter.
Click meter.
Clickmeter.com. Yeah, there you go. So I'll give you the referral link. So here's where we are. You have to log in. Okay, so here we are. Once again, we just did this. Now look how many, when we started, you see these clicks right here, a total of 8. That's because I was clicking over here. There may be other people, I don't know. I clicked it on, the last click 1 minute ago. See that, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you would do is, yeah, you see ADTECH Joe, these are the clicks that went through. I guess we could see the time that it went through there. So you're going to look at your, let's see, where are we? I guess in your reports, you can go to, I think, campaigns. I think that's where Max wanted me to go here. And click on this. Now you can see there's 8 clicks here. I don't know exactly how to read all this yet. You have to go figure that out. But here, if you click this on and get a detailed report, you'll be able to go back here and get a snapshot of when this happened. You can see this going on. There were some clicks in here earlier. This must be somebody else because we didn't do this one. We definitely did not do that at 1400 hours. That's somebody else. So I must have somebody clicking through, Mark. And then here, and this is where we just went right here. And you can see that there were, there were clicks in here. 5 total, see? So 3 of them from here, 5, and then there were 3 over here or something. Either way, I have to learn this a lot more. So let me go to get you my referral link. I'm not sure where I put it. Not sure where it is. Ask Max if he would put that in there. Oh yeah, here we go. I got it right here. If you can see the screen, you're going to see the referral link. and it is share a referral link. There it is right there. Okay, so I copy that link and send it to you. Here's where the referral link is, http://trk.as/QSC9. That's the referral link. So what I'll do is I will send an email to everyone, and I will make sure you get this. But look at it now. That's the link. And if I click this on, this is what will happen. It'll take you to the page where you're going to register, and there it is. You start putting in your stuff. I suggest you click I am not a robot first, because after I filled this in, I clicked on I am not a robot. All this went away. It made me do it again. So try that first. Tell them you're not a robot, then go fill it in. I don't know if that'll work. Now here's how the program works. It's free, and you get 1,000 clicks that they're called events. Okay, you get 1,000. So right now I'm not worried. I'm worried about getting a couple. If I see on this free account that I'm going to get more than 1,000 click-throughs, then I am going to upgrade. And you can upgrade for $20 a month. But right now I'm not doing that. And so the rest of this you'll go in and read and see what it all means. But you will get 1,000 clicks, people clicking onto your email. And so there, again, there's the referral link. trk.as/QCS9. Again, there's no money involved here. It's free, but just good to get that referral link. Any questions in there? Anything you want me to cover? Copying the letter. If you have Tools Rock and you're not using the USA lead call, I'll tell you right now, I'm happy because I got all those click-throughs. Well, and I'll kid you not. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you my back office so you know I'm not blowing smoke at you. Okay, here's the mail history. This will show you what I did with these leads. I sent it out these different times, a total of 6,305. Now, we have two accounts. We have an ADTECH account. So between this and the ADTECH account, we have 11,000. Now, this just went out today. So far, 106 people have opened the email. And out of those 106, I think one person just clicked through. I have to go look. We're not going to know who they are because it's not attached to our leads. We're certainly not going to know it, but we know that one person did. So I'm going to conclude this with something else, though. I'm going to tell you this. But anyway, if you were to total the number sent, which is, this is the total, actually 800 plus the 600, I believe, 635, and our other account, which is about 4,000 or 5,000, is a total of 11,000 that were sent out with 3,000 people actually clicked on. You can tell here how many went here. Here's 650 opened it, 540. There's 1,200 right there, 1,600. There's 1,700 people right here, and the other one produced about 12 or 8, 10 to 12. So we had 3,000 people, almost 3,000, open these emails. You know what that tells me? The subject line is good enough. In fact, it's probably great to get that kind of a response. So even though you're looking at 1.67 and on this particular batch, remember, this is one email at 12%. But when you're looking, these are not different people. These are the same people. These 5,335 is included in this one here. Another 1,000 went out here, roughly. Actually, because I didn't send them for 5 days. Another 1,000 people got put in, but these are the same people. So you take that number and you divide that into the number of clicks. These are total clicks. So these are good. You can add these up, but you can't add these up. You just take this, divide it into the smaller number, and you'll come up with your percentage. And when we took the both accounts, we were at 29%. even though the one outing produced 12, it produced 11, 8.5, 7, that one outing. But as we went along and sent it out on 3, 4, remember, people don't usually look till the 7th. They don't respond till the 7th one. This has only been, 5 emails that have gone out. Well, 4 actually, because this, as you can see the date, this went out on the 2nd, then I didn't do it again till the 16th. And I guess this was the same 800 that was in here, so I guess this is the right number, 6335.
Yeah, it's a running total.
Yeah, total, 6335, plus the ADTECH account. So these are the things we have to be concerned about, Well, certainly, we got the open. We were fine with the opening. It's a lot of people. So what happened after that? We don't know. We don't know, and that's why we're getting that link so that we can figure out, are they clicking on the next step in the email? When they get that email, are they reading it and saying, let me click that on? And how many are doing that? Here's what our numbers were when we were doing this via telephone many years ago. This is a rule of thumb. It's always been true, probably still is true. We would try to get 100 people that said yes and scheduled the interview to come in. They came into our office. We did a presentation for an hour, 40 minutes. We needed to have 100 people say, yes, I will be there, for 1/3 of those people to show up. So our office pounded the phones day in and day out, leaving messages on answering machines about a management position. So on average, we had 35, 40 people a day, 4 days a week, and Saturday afternoons. And at lunchtime, we had maybe about 5 to 10 people on their lunch break coming in. So we did what was called a businessman's briefing. But at nighttime, we usually had 35, 40 people in that room. Here's what happened to that. So it's 1/3. 100 who said, yes, I will be there, showed up. 1/3 of them. 98% of the people in that room scheduled their second interview. So out of the 35, let's just say 30 of them, 32 of them said, I will be here for the follow-up interview. They left us all their referrals and walked out. And whether they were scheduled for the next day or a couple of days or whenever, only 1/3 of those people actually showed up. So out of the 30 people who said, I will be back for the interview, 10 showed up. And out of that, we successfully recruited 4 of those people. And the other ones, we sold insurance policies to, because we did evaluations for them and turned their cash value life insurance into term and saved the money, and then we put them in investments. So the numbers, 100 people said I'll be there, and we got 4 people that actually came aboard. Now, I'm not talking about 100 emails. I'm not talking about 100 clicks. I'm talking about talking to the person who said, I will be at your interview. We had 100 to have 35 show up. So when we talk about a numbers game, they're the kind of things you have to look at. And that's why we're trying to get tracking here to find out, what's going on each step. Certainly, we could eliminate the front page and send out a letter and send them right to the presentation. Actually, it's an option. You can do that. You can change that company overview and go right to the presentation. That means they don't go to the front page. And truthfully, when you think about it, Mark, yeah, the front page is nice. This might be an option. Let's do some brainstorming here.
I would think you want to go through the front page, because then Tools Rock will then track it.
No, they won't track
it. Send out the letters. Not track it, but send out the letters. Send out the autoresponders.
No.
Why not?
No, that's not true. What will happen is you are setting up your autoresponder, so the invite letters are automatically going out no matter what they do. So they're getting the letters. That's the invite letter. You decide that. You've set that up. Now, if in that letter it says, we'd like to speak to you, blah, 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 click this on for a company overview, since we can't track it on the first page, I mean, we can track it in the email by doing what I just did. And if that email went directly to the presentation instead of to the front page, then they would start that presentation immediately. Now, we don't have that set up like that, so they can't do that yet. But if they were to do that, they would be on the presentation. They wouldn't. The only reason we created that front page was for them to fill out some information. But then we changed it because we can't track them on that front page anymore because it says we want to give you the courtesy of giving you a little background on us. So all they have to do is click it on, and we don't know. But if we were to somehow take that link and immediately go into the presentation, we would know they did it. We would know they went to that presentation without reading the front page. Question is, how do we get them there? There's no replicated link to get them to that page. Let me just think about that. But that would be an alternative to knowing that they didn't have to go to the form on the front page and read about, what the benefits are. Instead, they jumped right into the presentation. We'll talk about it. We can't do it right now anyway because there's no way to go right to the presentation. There is no link for that. And it's not replicated. So you're right. It would track them because the front page is directed to you. markstevens.adtechworld.net is you. And if you click on that link, they're on your page and the whole thing tracks you from that point. That is correct. You said that. That's correct from there. But since they don't have to fill anything out, there's no tracking that they did anything after that. But it does stick it to you. You're right. There's no way for me to get that presentation and have it replicated, to be honest with you right now anyway. I'll look into that to see if somebody wants to do that and make that an option. It would certainly, if we could have them do that, then we would know that they went to the presentation. We would know then that it wasn't that front page that stopped them. We don't know yet what's stopping them. Look what just happened. Look at the broadcast here. I just sent out 1,000 new emails. You see this? From the 19th to the 24th. 5 days later, 1,000 new ones came in, and I hadn't sent any yet. And out of that, 106 people. Now, it could be 106 could have been some of these people, some of the previous ones, or is it 106 from the 1,000 we just sent? I don't know. I do know this. 106 people opened that email so far from today, which is pretty good. So, all right, let me stop my stuff with this. Here's the bottom line. Every time I built a significant income, Mark knows this because this is what he's done and this is what people have done. Every time I've done it, it's because I picked up that phone and connected. And that's what we talked about today and yesterday. It's because I contacted, communicated, and made a connection with somebody. Now, I may have gotten them through an email, through this, through a lead, through a business card I picked up. All those ways of marketing, all those marketing ways are one thing. But the only way I was able to really recruit them was because I picked up the phone and did what I taught you to do here, and that is, hiya, John, Joe Shoup giving you a quick call here from Arizona. How are you? The reason I called is this, and here's what I want you to do. Now let's set an appointment. We'll tie it down and see if we're on the same page. That's what I did, and I can tell you now that's what most people did. Not in that fashion, but they made the phone call. The reason that class exists because people were afraid to pick up the phone, and we taught them how to not be afraid anymore. And if you practice and practice and practice, you won't be afraid anymore. And I can tell you this, I am buying a set of leads. I'm going to put them in this autoresponder in Tools Rock. I'm changing the link. I'm going to track when they click it on, and I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling every one of them. And here's what I'd like to do. I mentioned this to a few people today. And then Mark and I both agree that this is what we need to do. I'm going to create, those teams of people that you're working with. I think you should grab and create groups of people that where you can not just work together, but we'll meet on certain days. Like, let's just say it's Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon until, let's say, 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock is phone calls. Hang up. We talk for 5 minutes. We hang up. I'll see you in 2 hours. And in the meantime, you're making phone calls with the list you have, and you're getting practice. Maybe you have 3 ways to do. Maybe you can get them back to us or to somebody and get that practice in. But I promise you, I have never, ever, ever built this without picking up that phone and saying, this is Joe Shoup, and the reason I called you is this. I've never done it through just an email. I've never done it just through social media. I've never done that. Because people want to be, somebody said today, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's true. You pick up the phone and you can talk to them on a casual basis. Business-like, but casual. Not salesy, let me sound so good, you'll love to work with me. It's just extremely casual. Hey, Mark, it's Joe Shoup giving you a quick call here from Arizona. How are you? And don't give them a chance to just, start to tell you how they are. I mean, they might say, yeah, well, I'm good. Well, jump right in. No, sure. Well, listen, Mark, the reason I called you, and then we'll get right to it. The reason I called is, you filled out some information, or you were on one of my websites, or you showed an interest. We work with several companies who supply us with names of people who at some point were interested in managing a business from home. Mark, are you still interested in managing a business from home? See, that line, you have to get that down. You have to get that dialogue and be comfortable. And I know if you've been through the class, maybe you're prepared now, but you need practice with it. And I believe that we send these emails. I'm not doing away with USA or Tools Rock or the leads I'm purchasing tomorrow. I'm not doing away with any of that. I need people to talk to. And yeah, we can talk to our neighbors and friends and family and all that, but I've never seen anybody build it that way. Nobody. We've got to go find the interested party, people that want to manage a business from home. I do think we have a great presentation, but I think if we connect with them, we can do this with all these leads, USA. Maybe you'll pick some people up. If you're getting these leads inexpensively, if you throw a few people into the mix and you're getting paid for them, it doesn't really cost you anything or, a few bucks, then maybe you can, keep this particular system. But if you're going to spend $30 a month and you're not going to get it right and you're not going to be able to recruit at least 1 or 2 people, then I wouldn't do it. I'm not in this to make money through these companies. I'm in this to find a way for you to talk to people, for us to talk to people. We are the best talkers to people in the company, period, bar none. I would challenge anybody in this company to some of the people we put through this class. Anybody. I don't care who it is. And I know I could stump the big people in this company with a phone call and throw stuff at them that they wouldn't even know how to handle. What they can talk about is money, and you make this, and you'll see, and you gold, and that's great. But that doesn't help that person find their people. It just doesn't. They need a program. If you keep listening to Robert Kiyosaki, if you keep listening to the people like that who would say, look, it's business. We just have to find a way. We're in the middle of this game. We got to find a way to talk to enough people. But I believe that listening and following those scripts and learning how to answer questions and learning how to be yourself and be comfortable is how you're going to find the people you want. So that's what I got to say here, Marco. Anybody have any questions? You want me to go over anything here? Anything you want to see? Do you understand how to do that? Did you get the link? If you want to use this and you need help, call me. And I think, Dolores, you called me today or sent me an email. I think that was you. But just call me right after the call. I'm up tonight. Call me. I've been working with this stuff all day long with Max, and give Max a big hand because he was really helpful in the last 2 days helping us put this all together. He is one smart kid, let me tell you. Young man, I should say. He's really smart. He just helps me along the way to see things I don't see. So there's the link. Copy the link down and go there to the company and get this. It's free. It's free. And then if you need some help with it, it's pretty easy to set up. What you do, let's just go there. I'll show you again. You click that on, take that link, and you fill out your first name, only your email. That's going to be your username. Put your password, confirm it, tell them you're not a robot, and create your free account. Simple. And then you're going to go in and find a way to create your link, to create that link, that tracking link. And you'll see how to do it. You might need my help or Max's help or something. Just give me a call. Call Max. Call me. I'll help you. And Dolores, if you're still on there, can you tell me if that was you that sent me an email today? I think it was. And I'm going to leave this screen. Does anybody need me to stay on this screen for any reason? We getting any response, Mark, or we do?
Yeah, you go in the chat box.
Okay.
And there's a few questions, a few suggestions.
How do I get back there?
Click on chat up top.
All right, let me get rid of this. Okay, I'm up here now. I'm back. Chat. Rudy, just remember by changing nothing changed. Right, good. Joe, please give me a call. Bob, sure, Bob. Andrea, bravo, Max, yep. Thank you so much, yep. Move the front page to the back of the presentation and put the link for scheduling an appointment on that page. Yeah, what does that mean, say, Andrea? Move the front page to the back. So how would they, see, here's the problem, Andrea. We don't have a link to the presentation. I don't know how. I'll talk to Jennifer about that. In other words, are you saying let them click on company overview and go right to the presentation and then put the front page on the back? Is that what you're saying? So Andrea, just when you get a chance, answer that for me. If that's what you're saying, yes, that's what I was saying as well. Let's let them go to the presentation without seeing the front page. But it's still going to have to be linked and stay linked to you and somehow link that presentation and make it a replicated site from there. I don't know that that can be done. I will check with her. But if that's what you mean, Andrea, just call me afterwards if I'm not explaining this right or if I'm not getting what you're trying to explain. Call me. Think the front page is important. You can have text that lets you know that they're on the page because I do text messages on a cell phone. And so Frank, if there's a phone number I could call then while we were on the site. Yeah, it's true, but with USA we don't have phones, but I think the front page is important. Can't you have text message? Oh yeah, that lets you know that they're, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, Robert. But it's a good question. We should get involved in some dialogue together, and we can talk to Jennifer Ashby about that. She knows this backwards and forwards. Bill, do you need to see that link again?
Hey, Joe, in Tools Rock, when somebody goes to your page, you can set it so that you get a text message as well.
Correct. There's the tracking link, Bill. That's the referral link. It's TRK. It's http://TRK Thomas Robert Kevin .as/QCS9. That's the link. And again, I'll do that and I will send that out immediately in just a plain email, no pictures, nothing. I'll send it out. I'll just say, here's the link, and hopefully you'll all get it. I don't know what else to say. I don't know why that link is not work. That email did not work. I feel bad because there's a couple hundred people that should have gotten that email that didn't. or it came later, and there's some new people. Oh, I know what it was. Was it Dolores that wanted to be part of another team? Yeah, I got you. Okay. I think that's what it was. All right, there again, there's the tracking link. If you need it, there it is. I suggest you get this. It's good for anything you're doing. You can embed this in a lot of places. Back to here, back to chat. I don't see. Thanks, couldn't read it on the screen. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, it's just the coding. It's just, I didn't understand till Jennifer told me tonight, Andrea, about the coding and stuff. And I'll talk about this with her and see if she's working on solutions for us as well. Yeah, all right. So, Bob, yeah, we can talk right after the call here. Either call me or it's... Yep. All right, anybody else have any questions you need me to handle? All right, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I don't know how to do that. Am I still sharing the screen?
No.
No?
No, you're on the bike.
Huh. Wonder how that stopped. I don't know.
You had to switch something back.
Yeah, I already stopped. Apparently I stopped it by accident. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right. Well, if you don't have any questions, we'll see you in the morning, and I'm going to keep working on this. Go get your tracking link, and if you need help, call me. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll, work on this, but, work with your teams. Do what I said here as far as learning how to the dialogue, because I can tell you, Mark's a firm believer in going face-to-face with people. That's called dialogue. That's called communicating and connecting. Me, I'm on the telephone. I like the telephone, communicating and connecting on the telephone. But we do need leads, so find a way to produce them. By the way, Gloria Reben will be with us tomorrow morning on the Breakfast Club, and she's going to share some things that she's doing and her perspective and stuff like that. So welcome her tomorrow. That's going to be exciting to have her on there. And we're going to have more and more guests on the Breakfast Club like that to share some of the things they're doing and to help us out.
So here's another thing. This shortly after this is closed out, it'll be available for review, so people can go back and review this as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Go to
your channel. Go to Joe's YouTube channel, and you should be able to bring this back up if you want to do that.
Yep.
And you'll be talking about the link a number of times until you get the email out and all of that. Whatever you went over tonight, it's right there, so you can play it again. It's only an hour, so those of you that want to do that can do that.
All right, well, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being here, and Mark, I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.
All right, good night, everybody.